Welcome to the only music show that can get a car this cool, then have to give it back to my dad.
This is Detour. In this episode, a new authority on Scottish music is born, Australians eat some pizza, a singer talks about his manhood, and a guitar takes on a pillar and loses.
I'm Weaver, this is Ali, and this is our TV show.
Aye, every month we are going to be cramming 30 minutes full of the very best new music we can, whenever, wherever. We've got heaps to cram into this show, so let's get straight on with the music. The first act tonight we've got our bloody loud. It's United Fruit!
Back and feel this what I started. We're a vessel for her, I'm caught by her.
absolutely the best band in the world with the word fruit in their name.
Oh, I completely agree. They have had a storming last year since releasing their debut album, Fault Lines, and as you just saw, they can totally kick it live. One of my favourite live bands ever. Now, we are based in Scotland, a country renowned the world over for many brilliant things. So we thought we'd take it upon ourselves to treat one of the many visiting bands to the country to a little bit of local cuisine.
Deep fried pizza.
Australian rock duo Deathrays were in town a couple of weeks back, and me and Weaver thought we would take them for a little bit of Scottish hospitality. But the chippy that the pair of us spend quite a lot of time in after nights out, we couldn't use that this night, so we went to a different chippy. And see, to be honest, it took a really long time.
Where are you staying over?
Sorry, boys.
So, first up, I don't even know what this is. Oh, it's the classic. The half pizza crunch supper. So, people in London scoff at deep frying pizzas. I don't think it's something to scoff at. It's got the texture of and the chew and the crunch. I would maybe recommend a bit of brown sauce on it, but I don't know. I think fire ahead.
Tell us about the new album. It's just coming out.
Well, it's our first album. It's just come out. I think we've put out, is it 14? No, 13 songs or something on it for the English, the UK version. We recorded it in 14 days, which is pretty good.
Sweet.
I don't know. Hopefully, so far it's been pretty good, I guess. The reviews.
I said it was fucking awesome.
That's what we like.
What do your crowds normally do? Do they normally get violent, get sexy, do some dancing?
I guess it's starting to get pretty violent. Like one of the last times we played, like in our hometown, some girl got KO'd. But then also at that same time, one of our friends got naked in there, which was just weird.
Right, so I'm just going to apologise on behalf of every single chippy in Scotland for that terrible first impression. Although they did have some pretty decent deep fried pizza.
Deep fried pizza is bafflement to me. I just don't get it. Being from the Highlands, I just thought it was like some sort of urban legend that they told about Glasgow. And then I moved here. To be honest, I now kind of live in it.
Right, our next act, if I told you that they count some of the members of Dan and Aykroyd amongst their members, you'd be pretty impressed. Maybe if I told you that they're supporting Block Party next month, you might also be impressed. But you know what? See, if you just watch them, then you're going to be even more impressed.
This is the impressive Alarm Bells. All right, that was the amazing Alarm Bells. Ali's just gone on stage to catch John Bailey Jr., the singer. He's just on his way here now, so if I turn around, he should be walking slowly towards us. Right, you're cool. Let's go for it.
Right, okay, John Bailey Jr. That was sonically awesome.
Thank you very much.
Tell us about Alarm Bells.
It's our band who just played. There's 5 of us, and we are all friends, and we all like the music, and so we do the music at the same time.
When we were coming down the stairs, we got your adoring fans to ask some questions, right? Where did you get your t-shirt from? That's from Hannah.
This is Versace for H&M.
Aye, good range that. It's a little bit budget, but it's good. If money wasn't an issue, what merch would Alarm Bells have? A hot air balloon with your face on it, or Alarm Bells condoms? That's a good one.
That's quite a good one. But I mean, so if money was no object to the person buying it?
No, I think to you guys.
Well, how are we going to sell a hot air balloon? Do you know what I mean?
Someone will buy it.
Well, yeah, we'll go with that. But I think if you buy that, you should maybe get a couple of condoms for free.
With your keeping in the face of both.
Yeah, but like the condoms are going to be like molded to each of us. You know, like the GLS ones.
Aye.
So you would have to have my exact penis to use it.
Nice, it's a niche market, but it might work.
Now, every now and then, an album comes out that unites both pop lovers and chin-strokey musotypes. We think the next album you're going to love, that your hipster older brother's going to love, and your wee auntie that goes and buys CDs in Tesco is going to love, is by a guy called Julian. He goes by the name Meow Meow, and we took him to a games arcade.
It's taken right over, but she can't get out there angry with you. What I want gets taken right over, but you can't say no.
So the track with Prof, tell us about how that came about.
It was inspired by Dan and Aykroyd, John Bailey Jr.'s last band, because they had a track called Microsoft Word, which was them just messing around in the studio. So I wanted to make one called Microsoft Excel, and this is Microsoft Excel by any other name. I was messing about and it came up with it. But I thought Virtua Fighter would be a better name.
What I want gets taken right over, but you can't let out get angry with you. What I want gets taken right over, but you can't say no.
So the album is out soon, Light of the North. Tell us a bit about maybe the recording process. How did that go?
It was all recorded by myself in my studio, and then Paul Savage, producer extraordinaire from Chem 19, mixed it, and out June the 11th on Chemical Underground.
Yeah, it's always the same, the same. Yeah, it's always the same. Yeah. I love, but it's over. Now I need closure. I felt drunk, but now I feel sober. I should have told ya, been a lot bolder. Instead, I was weak and I gave you my shoulder. It was a mistake, allowed you to dictate. Thought we were good, even made you a mixtape. You made my heart ache, I no longer partake in silly games that you play. It be past late. Hate is a strong word. You hit a raw nerve. Revenge is a dish, and cold how it gets served. Best that we move on, make our own futon. Guess the apple drop kinda like as a Newton. I saw the gravity, call it reality. What it revealed is a childish mentality. To me, it's a travesty. In all actuality, I watched it unfold, Shakespearean tragedy.
Okay, so the hookup with Meow Meow, how did that come about, and what's it like performing with him?
It kind of came about organically, just through friends, and he kind of had some music. He said, you know, would you be up for doing something? I said, yeah, you know, let's collaborate. So it just came real quickly, and performing live's great. He's got a great setup with the MPC and the live drums and the guitar, and so yeah, it's great performing live.
Yeah, it's always the same, the same.
So From All Angles is out now, your latest album. Tell us about it in your own words.
Okay, yeah, so it's my debut album, From All Angles, and it's really just showing you the different degrees of prophecy, really, different flavors, and really for me it's about forging a new path. You know, it's a journey, and I'm trying to take people on a journey to different sides of me, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. One take wonder. You want to go again?
I want to do it again.
What's your favourite Excel formatting code?
The one I use most is probably equal sum.
Oh, a classic, an absolute classic. Genuinely one of the catchiest songs I've ever heard in my entire life.
Oh, absolutely. Both of those artists have albums out just in time for summer. Profisee's From All Angles and Meow Meow's The Light of the North are albums you really need to check out. They're some of the most interesting, inspiring and innovative artists in the country. During that time we took Meow Meow to a caravan along with like 25 people on the hottest day of the year and had a rave.
Yes, I was wearing a bikini. If you want to watch that video, not because of the bikini, but because of the good music, then check out our website. Basically, for the last 2 years, we've been going around the country, taking bands up mountains, into toilets, into planetariums, and just having wee adventures. It's all on Detour-Scotland.com.
Yeah, but I mean, that said, it doesn't really matter what we think. We really do care about what the man in the street says about new music.
Aye, so we took our 3 favourite tracks of the last month and we went to see what the man on this street thinks.
First up, chosen Mad Hat McGore. He's an MC from Edinburgh. He's so busy bringing out EP after EP after video, working with some phenomenal producers in the game, and technically he ticks every box. His flow is great, the production that he spits over is great, and lyrically it's interesting, it draws you in. This is Mad Hat McGore featuring Brinkworth. Track called Electric.
Close your eyes, notice I go for time, mate, hold it high. I'm a demon but I flow polite, I tried to fix it but I broke my light.
Secondly, a man who is one half of a duo called Over the Wall. You might remember them from doing the theme tune to that BBC Scotland comedy Burniston. But Gav Prentice, one half of Over the Wall, is flying solo for a little while. He's off on tour with We Were Promised Jetpacks on the Scottish leg of their upcoming tour, and he's brought out a little single. It's called How Are You Sleeping?
So when you've blown your cover and you've sold out your bride.
Finally, I've chosen an artist who me and Weaver first put on at a gig when he was still in school, and he had to have his dad take him to the gig because he had an exam the next day. But now He's grown up and he's one of like the coolest, most exciting electronic producers in the country. It's a little taster of what is coming when his new album drops later this year. This is Unicorn Kid with Pure Space. So that top three is all well and good. But what do we know? We thought we would take these choices to the man at the epicentre of the Glasgow nightlife. He is there, night in, night out. He's got a shop at the end of Sauchiehall Street in Glasgow, a place that's often more of a party than the nightclubs along that very street. He's the man whose opinion counts. His name is Mr. News, and this is Mr. News Reviews.
55 minutes.
After 10.
Thank you very much. Is a half cool and half hot. How on? That's cool. Hi. I think so. That's good for dance. Okay.
Listen, can I get £5 T-Mobile top-up, please, my friends? And listen, does anybody around here know where to get a decent steak?
Thank you so much for being with us so far. This has been Detour episode 1.
Yes, we are going to do it all again next month. So check out detour-scotland.com to find out where we're going to be, what we're going to be doing, and how you can be part of it.
Now it is time to take your top off. It's United Fruit!
know, if anyone's got any money for a new guitar, like, we'd be kind of interested.
Where's Sam from Twin Atlantic?